Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. It is so time. Here we are. It is time for Pokemon Leaf Green. I am so excited about starting Leaf Green version. It just released on the Switch and Switch 2, which is so great, and I love that here for the Pokemon 30th anniversary because I've always said that if you have never played any Pokemon game before, no matter what, the best place to start is with Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green. More than like Let's Go or any of the other modern Switch games, you should start with these because the Gen 3 engine is just, it's just so perfect. It's just so classic. It is really responsive, and it is the perfect mix of like good feel, good modern-ish mechanics while still being like very classic pixel art. That kind of Game Boy Advance, GameCube era, Gen 3, I think is probably the best era of Pokemon. So right here, Pokemon Leaf Green, let's do it. Yes, Glacial, I did go with Leaf Green. Here's another thing as we begin. Hold on, let me go to the right thing. And hello, Pandy. Good to see you. So, here in Leaf, this was the first game I remember that had these little, like, things that kind of told you about the game at the very start. So here we are. It is Leaf Green. Oh yes, sorry, Glacial. I was saying I decided to go with Leaf Green here on stream because I kind of wanted to give Leaf Green a shout because in the West, as we know, it was red and blue, but originally in Japan it was red and green. So I wanted to kind of, and that's why they decided to go with Leaf Green as more of a shout out to the original release in Japan when they created these remakes. So, oh, hello, Glacial, you subscribed, hi. Oh my gosh, thank you. Anyway, I kind of wanted to highlight that. I do tend to just enjoy cool colors, and something else cool that we're going to be doing in this playthrough is I personally got Fire Red on my Switch. And we are going to be playing Leaf Green on stream. I'm going to be running a personal file in Fire Red and a stream file in Leaf Green, which excites me greatly. I'm going to kind of run them at the same time. So that'll be really fun. Let's read this. Glacial, that's so nice of you for subscribing. Thank you. First of all, in the world which you're about to enter, you will embark on a grand adventure as you are with you as the hero. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every source. New paths will open to you by helping people in need, overcoming challenges, and solving mysteries. At times, you will be challenged by others and attacked by wild creatures. Be brave and keep pushing on. Through your adventure, we hope that you will interact with all sorts of people and achieve personal growth. That is our biggest objective. Press the A button and let your adventure begin. These games also have a really nice balance between just kind of like the classic, let you do what you want, and the more modern kind of tutorial-y stuff. It's a good balance here. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Now tell me, are you a boy or a girl? This is interesting. Here in Gen 1, this is the first time we've been able to play as a girl, so I'm going to play as a girl character. Look at her. She's so cool. Let's begin with your name. What is it? And SCG is a gender-neutral name. So we're going to go with that. Right, so your name is SCG, absolutely. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name again? Such a great, yes. Fire Red and Leaf Green are perfect remakes. Also, Glacial, do you have a rival nickname? Because I would love to go for a rival nickname. I also love how Red and Ash are examples for your rival. Classically, the player character is named Red or Ash. But what do you think? It does kind of look like a giant glove. But what do you think? What do you think? Oh, you went with Gary? Love it. Gary works for me. Was it Gary? Yes. That's right. I remember now. His name is Gary. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You know, there's something that I might change for the next stream, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I think we're gonna be just fine for now. Hi, Shell. Good to see you. Oh, there we go. SEG. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventure. Pokemon awaits. Let's go! SCG played with the NES. Okay, it's time to go. That is just the Nintendo Entertainment System. How about that? So, if you pop up here to your PC, we can grab ourselves a potion here in the PC, which is very, very nice. It's always sitting for you right there. And let's pop down here. And let's talk to Mom. Right, all girls dream of traveling. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. All right. Ah, fortunately you're living your best life. I love it. All right, so we pop up here. Gary says Gramps isn't around, and that is fine. We're going to pop over here. And those of you who played Gen 1 we have before are going to pop up here. Hey, wait, don't go out! It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for protection. So here's where we get to follow Professor Oak. How's the volume, by the way? It feels right to me. Oh, Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Oh my gosh. Emerald on the Switch is going to be fire. Here, SCG, there are 3 Pokemon here. Haha, the Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer, but now at my old age, I only have 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. And Gary's not very happy. He wants one, but he's going to make Gary choose second because he doesn't play favorites. So, here, we have Bulbasaur. We have Squirtle. And we have Charmander. Now, we have a choice here, obviously. I do have a team planned. Here in like the early going, we're going to kind of go with the flow, but I do have a team planned, and I do know who our starter is going to be. So, let's see. Oh yeah, Pokemon XD announcement was surprising, especially because they didn't announce Coliseum. XD is literally the sequel to Coliseum. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. All right. So, Shell says Squirtle. So which one are we going to choose for this playthrough? Well, let me tell you. We have Bulbasaur, we have Squirtle, and we have Charmander. So, our choice is going to be Charmander. We are going with Charmander. This Pokemon is really quite energetic. SCG received the Charmander from Professor Oak. And the reason I went with Charmander is because I don't usually start with Charmander. And here in Fire Red and Leaf Green, starting with Charmander is going to be a little tougher than starting with Squirtle or Bulbasaur. So I wanted to give myself just a little bit of a challenge there. Growlithe found growing in the... I love the idea of naming him Squirtle. I love that. Our Charmander will be named Squirtle. Squirtle, that's how you spell it. Yes, it is. Well, lucky for us, Glacial, here in Leaf Green, you cannot get Growlithe. That was another reason I wanted to go with Charmander, because I knew Arcanine was not available to us here. Yes, indeed. All right, So now that we have Charmander, that's sick. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it with it at your side. You should be able to reach the next town. So I'm gonna, oopsie. Oh, the help system. I don't need the help system. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I'm used to the black and white controls. Oh, and as far as the black and white playthrough goes, we're not done with that. I just thought, I knew I wanted to start Leaf Green around this time anyway, and it just worked out perfectly that they like released it for the Switch and all that, and it was Pokemon Day, so I decided to start Leaf Green today, but we're going to run Leaf Green, Black, and Rechain of Memories, so we're just going to run 3 games. We haven't really done that before, but we are now, so it's great. Yes, I get you, Glacial. All right. But now it's our first rival battle. Wait, SCG, let's check out our Pokemon. If you recall here, in Pokemon Yellow, when your rival has an Eevee, the outcomes of these early rival battles actually influence the team that your rival has later, the ace that your rival has later, rather, which is very interesting. And here, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, we have just this little baby tutorial section with this rival battle, so that's all good. Let's see. Oh my gosh, X and Y, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, thank you, Shell. I really, really appreciate that. I was very, very happy with how that turned out as well. Thank you for that. You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? So we've had Pokemon battles before. It is Squirtle versus Squirtle. We know, of course, from our other playthroughs that lowering them to 0 will indeed defeat the Pokemon, and we need to inflict some damage. No big deal whatsoever. The real or the imposter turtle? I think we all know who the real turtle is. The real turtle is the lizard. Oh, except for a crit, but I think another scratch should do the trick. Whew! They almost had us there, not gonna lie. But we pop up to level 6. Player defeated a rival Gary. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. SEG got $80 for winning. This is a battle you can lose, I think. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. SEG Gramps, smell you later, the classic catchphrase. Alright, so what do you say? SCG, raise your young Pokemon by making it battle. Has to battle for it to grow. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Shell, well hey. I'm glad it was just like a song to you to begin with. Oh my gosh, it's the back sprite, not a single thought is in that lizard's head. So for those of you that know, we got to start making our way north to Viridian City here. But we can talk to this guy. We know this guy works at the Pokemon Mart, and he's going to give us a sample potion. We've gotten both of those secret potions here in the early game in our PC and from this fella. Face is passing, I'm homebound. Ba-diddle-diddle-doo. Imagine your grandpa cheering at your loss. Hey. He's just happy for us, you know. Alright, we have Rattata. I always say Rattata. I know a lot of people say Rattata. I just remember hearing Rattata once in the anime, and that's just how I've always said it. But the anime has also famously been pretty inconsistent in how they pronounce Pokemon just throughout the years. So, as we know, we got to go up here to the Pokemon Mart, and this person's like, hey, you come from Pallet Town, and they are going to give us Oak's parcel that we can pop back down to Pallet and give to him, of course. And we cannot use the Mart until we do that. But, you know, that's actually interesting. That's a really good little piece of game design, because if you talk to that guy on the route on the way, and he gives you that promotional potion, it might make you think to go to the Mart. And, you know, it's a good way to push us, to nudge us in that direction without telling us we need to go there. I actually really like that. Yeah, you know, it's so funny, Glacial, because we are probably going to catch a rat, and it's probably going to be, you know, delegated to the same fate. It's probably just going to be a cut rat, if I'm being honest with you. Excuse me. Ba-da-da-doo, beedaloo. So now we can talk to Professor Oak again. Oh, SCG, how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to be growing more attached to you. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. And we give him the parcel, of course. I had it on order, thank you. Gramps! I almost forgot, what did you call me for? So here is where Oak gives us his iconic charge. He says, "Oh right, I have a request for you two." He grabs this Pokedex off of the desk, and he gives it to us. He always has wanted to study all of the Pokemon that exist. He wants to get the detailed data on all of them, but he says he's too old, and he sends us out on our journey. This is the original journey, baby, to document and capture data on all of the Pokemon that exist. And it's just, it's timeless, baby. It is timeless. All right, and he does give us 5 Pokeballs at the start, which is great. I mean, that sounds right. But I'm too old, I can't get the job done. I want you two to fulfill my dream for me like he says. He's like, "You won't be necessary to this." That's so funny. He's just like, "I'm going to get a town map from my sister. Don't bother coming around to my place after this." Wink, wink. Yeah, they really tell you to go to his place a little bit more here in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Because, of course, if you do pop up to Blue's house, his sister Daisy's sitting here. She's actually looking at the town map. And when you talk to her, she'll just give you one. So she, of course, doesn't listen to Blue's wishes. Or Gary, in our case. You can use the town map to find out where you are or check the names of places. Alright, gang. So now, listen. We have our Charmander. Gosh dang it, sorry. We have our Charmander. We have our Pokeballs. And now our journey begins here. This is so great. Yes, Shell, that's actually great that you say that. I'm a little bit chilly, excuse me. Let me throw on my little flannel here. It's interesting that you say that because one of my first games was Pokemon Silver. And I had my Feraligatr, who was so great, but it just knew Surf, Strength, Cut, and Hydro Pump. I mean, listen, Surf and Strength, when you have an over-leveled Feraligatr, what else do you really need? Yeah, we all hate Gary. We all hate Gary. And that's fine. But his cheerleaders love him. Alright, let's catch us a rat. Let's see, will this kill? It will not. I feel like if you throw a Pokeball straight away at Rattata, you will be able to catch it. Yeah. Listen, that's true. Oh, wow. Broke free immediately. Slap that on a normal type with a Silk Scarf. You are very, very correct. Like, in Generation 2 specifically, if you had Strength on the right Pokemon, that is one thing I love about Gens 1 and 2, is that power creep has not happened at all. Like, Headbutt, just like a 60 power normal move that can flinch, or a 70 power, I don't remember, is like a totally viable move to use into like late in the game in Generation 2. I just find that very charming. There we go. Who's got a name for a rat? That's a lot of damage. Who wants to name the rat? Ba-ba-ba-dow. Gosh, and everything just looks so good in this game. I love Fire Red and Leaf Green. Bites anything when it attacks small and very quick. Common sight in many places. Yes, Ratatouille. We love it. Will that fit? We're gonna do 1L. Ratatouille. It is an amazing movie. You know what? I actually, maybe hot take, I find Ratatouille to be a little bit overrated. Just a scooch. Not a lot. I will say the ending of Ratatouille is incredible. But the movie itself I just found pretty good. you know? It's kind of a weird movie. Because for half of the movie, Remy can talk, and for the other half of the movie, he's a rat that can't talk. It's kind of like weirdly inconsistent in that way. I don't know. You haven't seen it? Well, hey, there you go. I mean, it is good. It's worth a go. It's a classic Pixar. All right, so we're gonna pop into the mart because we can actually buy stuff now. I am gonna buy a couple antidotes because that could be very useful in Viridian Forest. And I like to just have some antidotes and paralyzed heals on hand, potions as well. No, you shouldn't leave. You're welcome here. But it is, you know, it's a good movie. I recommend it. I recommend seeing for yourself if you like it or not. Oh, of course, we have this guy up here. In the original, he's kind of laying there drunk. Now that I've had my coffee, and that's what I needed to get going. So he's working on his Pokedex. He will give you a little catching tutorial here. And I suppose I had better show you then. And it's funny because we have caught a Pokemon already. But this guy's trying to catch a Weedle. Let's see. Let's speed this up just a scooch. Does he catch it? Ah, congrats! Congrats, old drunk man. Alright, there. Now tell me, that was educational, was it not in here? Take this too. Oh, yeah! So we have the Teachy TV. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It will teach you about the basics. That's actually really great. They don't do a lot of tutorial stuff. They do a little bit. But it's actually really nice. But because they still give you that if you don't know what you're doing, but you don't have to watch it, which we will not, obviously. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 did not give you the gist of Ratatouille. He's just kind of barely in the game. Oh, can't wait till we'll get to Kingdom Hearts 3 eventually. We're still on Chain of Memories. We'll get there. Especially now that we're starting Leaf Green. It's going to take us a little while longer to get there, but that's okay. Guys, gosh dang it, I keep doing that. Alright, so we got Squirtle and Ratatouille. We are... Let's see. It is true. I remember thinking in the anime regarding the Pokeball thing, Pandy, that I feel like the Pokeball are kind of like self-guiding a little bit. Alright, so now we're over here. Over here, this is a really nice route because you can catch yourself a Spearow and you can catch yourself a Mankey. They are both really, really great, especially in the original for Spearow because it knows Peck, which is a flying type move, before Gust was a flying type move. And Mankey has a fighting type move, or it can learn a fighting type move to really help you with Brock. So we are going to be catching a Mankey just as some Brock insurance here. And I definitely want to catch a Spearow because, oh boy, we will be needing a flyer eventually. The Pokemon are magnetic, that's true. They designed it with the Pokemon in mind. Alright, we should be able to catch the Spearow, hopefully. Mankey is great for the first gym. Who has a Spearow name? Oh, the baseball girl from the Gen 2 anime. I don't know who that is. I wish I did. I didn't watch much of the Gen 2 anime. Eats bugs in grassy areas. We love Spearow. Yes, we will give Spearow a nickname. Anybody got one? Bop, 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 bop. If we don't get one, I'm just going to name her Baseball Girl. She had a Chikorita and thought she could defeat Charizard with it. I mean, hey, that's tough. All right, I'm going with Baseball Girl. Baseball GRL. Baseball Girl. All right, so we got our Spearow. And I do... Ooh, let me get out of the grass, because I do want to heal really quick. Because I do want to catch us a Mankey. It is very, very nice to have speed up. It's really nice to have speed up on my Switch capture card. I keep doing it. That's what I get. Right, let's save the game. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I will say, I bought and downloaded Fire Red on my Switch too, so I don't feel bad at all. Okay, we find a Mankey, but it is level 2. Oh my gosh, Shell, thanks for stopping in. It is all good. Don't you worry at all. Alright, Rattata. Alright, let's do this for now. Because we're just trying to search for a Mankey. There we go. There's one at level 5. We like that. Because... Oh my gosh, Shell! No way! You are so nice. Thank you for gifting the subs. That's so great. Thank you, Shell. Incredible. Incredibly kind. I appreciate that so much, friend. Let's catch this freaking Mankey. Da-da-doo. Da-da-doo. Oh, boy. Arg almost had it. This Mankey's going to be named Shell, by the way. Excuse me. There we go. And we catch our friend. Sorry, sometimes I repeat myself because I don't remember if I actually said what I thought in my head. But here we have our friend Mankey. Like I said, we have a team planned, but here in the early game, we are definitely just going to kind of vibe and catch a lot of different stuff. The team is gender balanced. How about that? How about that? All right, so let's pop down here. We have a really nice squad percolating currently. I feel like I do want to catch us a Caterpie because I like having a Butterfree as insurance as well for Brock. I don't know if we're gonna train it up that much. I'll do that 1,000 more times. We're gonna focus here on Shell and Squirtle for our Brock prep. Oh yes, I forgot. There's another Pokemon we're gonna catch. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna pop all the way up here, and we're gonna make our way to Pewter City. We are rocking and rolling already, kiddos. We are well on our way. I'm gonna skip this grass. Do we have a trainer up here? No, I didn't think so. Guys, I love those little portraits that they have when you walk into some of the dungeons in this game. Let's hit that again. We walk in here and we get that nice little picture of Viridian Forest. Oh, so great. Man, the vibes on this game are immaculate. Immaculate. But before we do anything, we are looking for a Pokemon in here. I think there's an item over here. No, I must be thinking of yellow. Nope. We are going to catch this Caterpie, though. Badoo. I actually might need more Pokeballs now that I think about it. Alright, let's just speed this up a little bit. Yeah, I'll buy more Pokeballs. There we go. All right, Caterpie. This Caterpie can be named after you, Pandy. There we go. All right, so before I do anything, if I'm looking for a Pokemon, I want to make sure I have a few more Pokeballs on hand. I don't have a ton more money to work with. But that's okay. Yay, I'm a bug. You're so right, friend. Sorry, excuse me while I speed up this little section to buy some Pokeballs. Let's buy 5 more. Still have a little bit of money left over. Yeah, The sound can be real gross on this when I speed it up, so we're just going to do this real quick. And we're back. Oh, there it is again. Okay. I came here with some friends to catch some bug Pokemon. They're all itching to get into some battles. We'll save again because I have anxiety, as you all know. Oh, you finally got Kadabra, Incred. Alright, so we are looking for a Pokemon in here. What does this say? Ooh. Nope. Just another Caterpie. Ours is at level 4, but that's fine. I know there's a Pokeball up here somewhere. Or an item, rather. Ooh, Metapod. Very nice. I cannot remember if Weedles are, like, more rare in the opposite version and whatnot. Yes, here's the item I thought of. Here it is. Here is our new friend, Pikachu. We are going to be running Pikachu in this game because here in Generation 3, or, you know, in the original Red and Blue and Green and Fire Red and Leaf Green, you can actually evolve your Pikachu into Raichu. Imagine that. And you find it here in Viridian Forest. That is why I wanted to run a Pikachu for this playthrough. I think it's going to be so much fun. And I love this sprite in Gen 3. Look at this cute little gal. So great. Let's see. It is the Pokemon Company mascot. Let's open our hype chest. Hey, we got the Frog Ponder emote. Let's go. Let's see. The yellow is so vibrant. So yeah, it might be obvious to run a Pikachu, but I believe it's a 5% encounter here in Viridian Forest. But it just made a whole lot of sense to me to run Pikachu in this game because, again, I don't really like running Pikachu in yellow, and yellow is the Generation 1 game that I like to play because I just find it far more appealing than red and blue. So here in Generation 3, it's kind of novel to me that Pikachu is available. So I think it's just really, really dope. Also, if anybody's got a Pikachu nickname, put it in the chat now. I like yellow so far. I think that's cute. Or mascot. Lovely. Pikachu was caught. When several of these Pokemon gather, their electricity can build and cause lightning storms. Give a nickname to captured Pikachu. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Jean? Which is French for yellow. Yeah, I love that. We'll go with that. All right. And there is a Pokeball to make up for the Pokemon that we just caught. Let's see. Does Pikachu have Thundershock? It used Thundershock, didn't it? When it has static. That's great. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have Runaway. That's great. Oh, yeah, what are our ability or our natures? Quirky nature. All my nature people, tell me what quirky nature is. I know that Modest would be great for a Pikachu. Docile. I think that's neutral nature. I do not have natures memorized. I know a lot of people do. So yeah, these will really kind of be our two main players here, Pikachu and Charmander. With Mankey as a nice backup. Quirky is a neutral nature. Okay, so we have a couple neutral natures, it seems. Alright, it looks like we're going to have our first battle coming up here. Oh, not you. I remember now. You do not battle me. Ah, nice Kakuna. Actually, let's just switch to Pikachu because this thing doesn't know Poison Sting, right? No. Can't really attack us, and we have a nice special move. So it's hardened, doesn't really do anything. This is kind of some free experience here. That's also yellow. I wish I could write in characters in this game. That would be fun. There's a nice potion. And we'll get out of there. Oh, come on. I am actually pretty interested in throwing a lot of our early experience here into Charmander. We can train up some of our other Pokemon as we go along. But there is something interesting that I want to show you all with Charmander, and we'll get to it. But we got some trainers here in Viridian Forest. I love the way just the exclamation point pops up above this trainer's head. Man, the Gen 3 games are so good, guys. Gen 2's my favorite, Johto's my favorite, all my favorite Pokemon are Johto Pokemon. But Generation 3, the vibe is, man, I talked about it at the top. It's unmatched, baby. Unmatched. He's gonna catch me. Fandy, you are a bug. You are literally a bug. It's so funny because I was just thinking about how you get cut in Rustboro City in Hoenn. And I'm just like, oh gosh, I gotta remember to get cut, but that's the first town in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. Alright. So we're gonna be dealing with this poison, which is annoying, so we're gonna swap out here in a sec. Ooh, get a nice Ember on Charmander. If we're about to use Caterpie, that's fine. We'll go into Jean. Is that how you pronounce it? I feel like Jean would be Jean. Or Jean. Does the E at the end make you say the N? I don't know. These are the things I don't know about French. Okay, I was about to say, we can handle one more tackle. Oh, okay. And I just realized that we are in shift mode. I want to put us in set mode just to make things a little more challenging. Pokemon games are not tremendously challenging. Sorry once again. But here we have the option. This is shift mode. For those of you that don't know, you can change this to set mode. And when you do this, it means that you can not swap in between Pokemon because it makes sense to me that you wouldn't know what your opponent's about to do. So that's what we're doing there. But now that Charmander's poison, I want to hop back to the Pokemon Center because, I could use my antidote. Well, just faint it anyway. But Pikachu's kind of low anyway. We got some battles. I'll use my antidotes in the next round. While we were still pretty close to the beginning, I'll do that. There is actually something fairly useful that we can do once we catch more Pokemon. So we will be kind of catching and evolving some Pokemon along the way if we can. Like, I will train up Caterpie into Butterfree just to get those 3 Pokedex slots. I think that'll be useful to us. But, yeah. We'll do that. I'll do that 1,000 more times. Alright. Let's hit it. And of course, I love Viridian Forest. We love Viridian Forest very much. And now that Squirtle has Ember, we're going to be rocking and rolling against these bug catchers. Lovely. And this is actually great because we can just slaughter this guy and we can probably get 3 levels on Squirtle again. Oh, a nice Kakuna. This will be nice. Oh, and it just one-shots, baby. Okay. Again, I do want to focus a lot of my experience on Squirtle for reasons you will find out later. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. It's crazy how many times I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, Pikachu is not really going to be able to do anything. Okay, so after this, I will let Shell get some action. Ba ba da da ba da. Ba 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 da da ba do 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 ba do da da. Ba-do-be-do. We love our gal Shell. You just know Scratch for now. I'd love to get that first fighting move on Shell. I do not remember when she learns it. Let me just look into my mind over here to the left. And I will remember, and nothing else, that Shell gets low kick at level 6. That's excellent. So we only need to train Shell one more level to get that extremely useful low kick. Might have to... Ooh, nice crit. There we go. Shell gets the kill. Okay. Oh, boo. Nothing went right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Let's go back to Squirtle. Because I do have something memorized about Charmander in this game. Actually memorized. We keep trucking. I also like how here in this game they kind of darken Viridian Forest. They don't make it like completely dark like they do with Elix Forest in Gen 2, but they do make it kind of like spooky dark canopy situation. Excuse me, which is really nice. Yeah, Squirtle's going to be getting some free experience if we just run into some of these bugs, so... Oh my gosh, yes, you eat that dinner. Eat it up. Bop, 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 dope, dope. Oh, and for those of you wondering, in my parallel playthrough that I'm doing here of this game with Fire Red, I chose the male trainer. So now we got the female trainer going and the male trainer. And if you want, I'll kind of keep you updated as to what that squad looks like. To kind of give you just a look at what some of the differences are going to be in the two versions. I'm actually really interested about the squad that I have planned here because it is a nice mix of, like, you know, your more obvious choices, like we have Charizard and Raichu. But I have some really interesting kind of off-kilter choices planned. I'm really excited about it. Yes, let's stick with Charmander here. Did you know that Pokemon evolve? I did. Alright, Bug Catcher Charlie. This is excellent. Squirtle should get pretty close to our goal with this battle. Because we're trying to hit level 13 with our friend Charmander. If we're lucky, we can hit level 12. Yes, a Metapod should do it. Hopefully. Not quite. Alright. And again, Shell's only got to gain one more level to become, like, useful, so we're not too worried about that. Oh, a nice Metapod. I love the sprites in this game, too. Oh my gosh. Because something that I love is that it's not just the sprites from the Generation 3 games, like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. They have like, exclusive sprites here for the Gen 1 Pokemon. Nice potion. What does this say? You can't catch a Pokemon that belongs to someone else. Absolutely, you cannot. Let's do it. Alright, this should get us there, I think. Only one Pokemon, though, so probably not. It'll get us to level 12. Great. Alright. That is no big deal. Let me just fight one more Pokemon before we leave. Yeah, believe it or not, we will do just a tiny baby grind before we fight Brock. I forget, do any of you give me something? Ah, yes, talking about the cut trees. Many Pokemon live only in forests and caves. Ooh, the evolution cancel technique. Yeah, again, this is the first Pokemon game, essentially, the first Pokemon game ever made. So there's just a lot of, did you know type of info. And just like that, we make it to Pewter City, and just having this nice little cobblestone addition, that alone really spruces it up, really makes it feel new here in Generation 3. My goodness, do I love these games. Come on now. Come on now. We're excited. Very excited. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Ugh. Guys, I know that we've been playing through black and white, and that's why I'm having I'm really fighting my controls right now. All right, let's see. I'm just going to grind Mankey to level 6 really quick, because once we get low kick, Mankey is going to be very useful to us. One more Pokemon should do the trick. Alright. So let's knock out this Rattata. Alright, there we go. So, our Mankey has now reached level 6, and now it learns the key move, Low Kick. Which is really, really nice. That's pretty much essentially right when you catch Mankey. You can catch it over there on the way to the Pokemon League. Oh, I also realized we forgot the rival battle. Anyway, you can catch Mankey over there, and it will learn Low Kick at level 6, which is very important because it helps you in this battle with Brock, especially if you, like us, chose Charmander. Oh, that reminds me, I am actually going to circle back and go fight that rival battle. I really like to have that extra experience. We're going to do that. We gonna do that. Okay. Does this mart have repels? I sure would like if it did. It does! I can only buy 2, but that's okay. We will buy an escape rope as well eventually. Alright, before we head back, I will fight Brock's junior trainer in here. Oh my gosh, the Pewter Museum of Science. Looks so stately. If you remember from our yellow playthrough, we popped in there and picked up an Aerodactyl. I know that there's a hidden item over here. There it is, we found a Pokeball. It's right there. Perfect. Alright, Pewter City Pokemon Gym, Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. Oh yeah. Save because I have anxiety. Still got that same gym leader music from the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games. I mean, it is still just a remix on the original gym leader music anyway, so it totally works. Oh, you have an Alakazam. Congrats, Glacial. That's incredible. Oh, man. Stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. I don't know about that, homie. I got a trick up my sleeve. Camper Liam would like to battle. Excuse me. Alright, again, so now that we have Low Kick on our Mankey, we have that nice super effective move to use on Geodude. However, this Geodude is at level 10, so Mankey is not going to be doing too terribly much damage right now. I will swap Shell out here so we don't lose the experience. Sorry, Ratatouille. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so Charmander is still not going to be the perfect option here, but it's really our only option. Let's just go for an Ember. Geodude still does not have good defense. And again, it doesn't really have a move that's going to hurt Squirtle too much right now. So we can just go for an Ember, and we can take it out. A few Embers, rather. Well, I thought for sure Shell would get to level 7. And here we have Sandshrew, not a rock type, which is nice. I suppose we could use Scratch. But again, Sandshrew does not have great special defense, and with it raising its regular defense, we are in pretty good shape. But something I do want to do Oh my gosh, you're so right. I remember when I made a video on Sturdy, I'm just like, oh, Sturdy does this, and everyone in the comments was just like, you're thinking of Gen 5 and beyond, and I'm like, I realize that now. Alright, we're going to heal Shell, because I want Shell to get a level here. And I think Charmander will get the level regardless. So let's pop in over here. Alright. Shell's going to have a hard time hitting through the defense curl, but we'll try. Sand attack, we hate. There we go. Okay. So Shell will go to level 7, which is great. Will help us in the gym fight. And Squirtle... Squirtle gets to level 13, and it's not Squirtle, it's Charmander. So, now that our Charmander is at level 13, it learns the move Metal Claw. And Metal Claw is very important for Charmander here in the early game of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Charmander does not get Metal Claw, obviously, in the original games. So, when Charmander does learn Metal Claw here, that gives it a move that it can use against Brock, that super effective Steel-type move against Brock. It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but for those of you that do choose Charmander, they do here in Gen 3 give it a tool to use against Brock, which is really, really cool game design. I love that, and I wanted to point that out to you guys. That's why we were really putting some experience on Charmander. But before we do that, we're going to hit the Pokemon Center. I was going to go fight our rival back near Viridian City, but we are just going to... We're just going to roll. We're just going to roll on Brock to begin with here. Ba-da-doo-da-doo, ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo. All right. Another thing. Just another great vibes thing. I love the new little redesign of the gyms. Brock's sprite looks great. You come up here, there's that boulder badge embossed on the wall. It just feels great. I love it so much. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to save again because I have anxiety. I believe... No, we want Charmander up first, because I think what I'm really going to do is just kind of let Charmander come out swinging, go down swinging, and then we will pop into Shell for the Onix. I don't know if that's the best strategy, but that's the strategy we're going to use. We'll be fine. Let's see. So, you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident, even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard, and I have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock-type. Fwahaha, you're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. And here, we get a nice remix. Let's hit it. I will say, I actually do prefer the original Game Boy version of that track. Alright. So Brock's got a Geodude and an Onix, like we know. Geodude at level 12 here. Now, Onix, again, has this nice Metal Claw move. It is a nice Steel-type move. It is super effective, but again... Geodude has good defenses, so while it is super effective and does good damage, it's not going to be great damage. It's going to be better than Ember, that's for sure, though. But once it gets some defense curls up, it might not be, but with a crit! With a crit! We love a crit! Alright, we'll see if Charmander can go the distance. I don't think so. Because unlike in the Generation 1 games, this Onix does have a Rock-type move. It does have Rock Tomb. So Brock's Onix here in Generation 3 is way better than it is in Generation 1, just for that alone. We are lucky that it began with a Tackle, so we'll see what we can do. And Bind. Honestly, if we're about to kill his Onix with... Oh, we get the attack raise. Let's go. Metal Claw has a small chance of raising your attack. Okay, another bind. I mean, if he's just going to kind of throw the fight... Okay, probably 2 more Metal Claws, I think, unless we get a super duper high roll. Okay, there's the Rock Tomb. He probably sees a kill here. Yes, he does. Okay. Not a big deal. Because Shell is going to, even though we are half of Onyx's level here, Shell does resist Rock Tomb. I think we will at least be able to live 1. Okay. We'll definitely live a tackle. That's great. Oh, and low kick takes it out. Onyx, of course, is very heavy. We love that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, great. You bought some Mario Kart World stuff. Congrats, Glacial. And with that, we take out Brock. And Mankey gets some hard-earned experience. Probably 2 levels. Yes. Incredible. And we defeat Brock. We get our first badge, kids. We are on our way. We are on our way. I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. We get that Boulder Badge from Brock. Boulder Badge from Brock. Yes, it can teach us. We can use Flash now. We don't need to use Flash currently. Wait, take this with you. This is important. So instead of Bide, which is not a very good move, Brock gives us Rock Tomb in this game. If you remember in Gen 3, Roxanne gives us Rock Tomb at her gym. So here, Brock is just mirroring her there. And we pointed out that his Onyx knows Rock Tomb, so that works out perfectly. It hurls boulders at the foe and lowers its speed. A really nice first TM for us. I don't know. I don't think anyone we have can learn it. Maybe Mankey can, but we are going to wait on that for now. Wow, the Metal Claw low kick strat really, really worked. Dude, one-use TMs are tough, man. They're really, really tough. And of course, we are playing Pokemon Black concurrently here, so we have infinite TMs in that game. We're going to go a little bit longer than we normally do. I do want to backtrack and do that rival battle. I'll get Pikachu some nice experience with that. But I am going to buy more repels, possibly an escape rope. I love having an escape rope here. There we go. We'll probably get one. I feel like there's got to be one in Mount Moon as well. Okay. Perfection. All right, so we're gonna speed back down through Viridian Forest because again, I think that's going to be really nice for us to do that rival battle for Pikachu's sake. Excuse me. Oop, I'm in the middle of the grass. There we go. Made it through Viridian Forest. Perfect. All right. Let's see here. We do have Pikachu first. Perfect. Let's pop up here. So, if you remember from Generation 1, if you pop toward the Pokemon League here, you will have a rival battle. Totally missable. We just beat Brock, and we had to backtrack to do this because I forgot to do it. So, this rival battle is definitely missable. Again, this is another one of those rival battles that in Pokemon Yellow can influence the evolution that your rival has at the end, which is also very, very cool. But here, of course, he does not have an Eevee. He has a Squirtle, because we started with Charmander. Oh, perfect for Pikachu to fight. Would love a two-shot. Would positively love a two-shot here. Maybe a high roll. Not quite. Oh, but the tackle miss. I thought we were sand attacked. That's lovely. I don't think we can get 2 levels here, can we? Not quite. We will try to stay in on Squirtle. Okay, level 9. Great. great. Pikachu is perfect for both of these Pokemon. We might have to swap out eventually, though. Let's see what we can do. As long as that Sand Attack... Oh, the paralysis, baby. As long as that Sand Attack doesn't get us, and it doesn't, Pikachu picks up a couple levels. We love it. Totally worth the backtrack. And Jean grew to level 8. Learn Thunder Wave. Perfect. Player defeated rival Gary. Oh, you just lucked out. SEG got 144. So we defeat our rival for the second straight time. I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. It really kind of does. How early do you have it, Glacial? Oh, yeah. I forget when we get the running shoes in this game. You've just beaten Misty, and you have an Alakazam. That's tough. That is incredible. I mean, that's the thing. Some of these early Pokemon, like, you can get Clefable, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, like those trade evolutions. You can get them really early. Let's see. You don't have to talk to your mom to get the running shoes, right? Let me look in my memory bank to try to remember. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I do remember now. I remember now. I didn't need reminding. Yes, you're right, Glacial. Thank you. All right. Let's pop back up here real quick to get us where we're gonna need to go. There we go. Yes. Whew. Walking is tough. Alright, we've restored your Pokemon. Perfection. Alright, so let's pop back over here. I think I want to grab a few more repels because we do have a dungeon coming up. That is the thing about... We can get one. That's the thing about this portion of the game. You do get access to repels, but you can't buy, like, a ton. I know, this has no art support. Yeah, I checked out the museum. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I will actually check out the museum. I know I lied to that guy. Let's walk in here. Oh, do I have to pay? No, it's fine. We'll do it later. I don't really care. Let's talk to the aide over here. So, previously, you wouldn't be able to get past this aide before you fight Brock, but here in Fire Red and Leaf Green, when you talk to this fella, he's been asked to deliver this. He delivers you the running shoes after you defeat Brock. So, of course, in Gen 1, the running shoes did not exist. They were introduced here in Generation 3, so now this guy is going to give us the running shoes, and there's a letter. It says, "Dear SCG, here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved challenger. It's from Mom." And, of course, we can now run, baby! Run to our destiny. Well, folks, I know I said we'd go... Sorry. I know I said we would go longer, and it is a scooch longer, but not much longer. I think this is a really nice stopping point for us today. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Folks, happy Pokemon Day. Happy Pokemon Weekend. I was able to go to a card show today, and I got some Pokemon cards that I've really been coveting. Was able to make some nice trades to help make that possible. It's a really nice, fun time. Really nice, fun weekend. Thank you, Glacial. I really appreciate that. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I apologize for the United States. I apologize for our president. He is awful and I hate him. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you next time for more whatever we decide to stream. Have a great time. Yup. Peace, kiddos.